to the diamond cutting. All you need is a Dremel. I use a Dremel with an extension and this bit. Basically, you need a Dremel, tungsten carbide burn bit, and an extension helps, but other than that, you don't need anything. We're going to be doing it on a rectifier to show you how to do it. You can do it on your engine fans, on your rectifier, anything that has that edge that you just kind of want to dress up, make it pop out a little bit. But without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so let me get this light kind of right. We got our tungsten carbide burring bit. What you want to do, the best look that I've found is to start on these fins at a 45-degree angle. Now you don't go all the way through the fins. You kind of just 45 it this way and this way. And when you're going into it, you just want to hit that bottom edge right there with the back side of the burn bit as you're going in. That's the way that I've found it looks the best. You know, of course, it's whatever your preference is, but that's just what I prefer. This one has these, I guess, these little casting plugs here, so we're going to have to work around those. I have this one that I did previously. You might have seen this on Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, it was kind of a little promo video for what we're about to start showing y'all. I did paint this. Yes, it's ugly. No, I don't care. It looks best against black, and I can show you the best if it's against black. So that's why that is like that. So that being said, you're going to want to have a Dremel that is capable of some higher RPMs. Mine goes up to 35,000, which isn't the best, but it's not the worst. And you just barely want to touch it. Another thing, you don't want your bit poking way out. You want to put it in there as far as it'll go, and then kind of pull it just a little bit, like a 1/16 of an inch. If you don't, you're going to get a lot of this bumping, bouncing around. You don't really want that. So this is the way that I do it. You can experiment with different bits, whatever you want, different RPMs, different angles, top and bottom cutting, you know, whatever you like. It's not crucial to do it exactly like I do it. So I'm going to turn the Dremel on. I'm probably going to turn the sound off on this video. It's going to be kind of loud. So I'll probably turn the sound off on this section of the video and then cut it back on whenever I'm done so I can explain things. Basically, we're going to go 45 up and down, 45 this way. I like to do it if the motor's leaning this way, take you 45 that way, and then vice versa. And you just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It sounds like it takes a long time, but it doesn't really take that long. So here we go. Now, you can see there, get all that trash out of there. The effect that it gives is pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure pretty much everybody watching has seen diamond cut fins like that. You can do it on your rectifier, your motor, anything with an edge similar, to an edge here. And like I said, it looks best if it's on against a black. It tends to look really good. It pops. Some people polish their engine fins, and I really like the diamond cutting. Some people it's a little bit too flashy for, but it just gives kind of a different look. You can get all the stuff to do this for, we're talking about 50 bucks maybe. It's all at Walmart or Home Depot or whatever your big store that you go to is. They're pretty much everywhere. Another reason that I like the tungsten carbide from Dremel is I've tried this with the off brand, and you don't get that same shine that you do from whatever I guess the way that they make their bits. You don't get the same shine as you do from Dremel, so you end up with this kind of dull, kind of chopped up, kind of looking mess. It doesn't really look that good. Took the light away so maybe you can see this a little bit better, as odd as that sounds. Another thing, I don't know if I have to tell you this or not. If I do, you probably shouldn't be messing with motorcycles, but when you're doing this, you see this stuff? That's little flakes of aluminum. That stuff is not good to breathe or really get in your body any kind of way. So when you're doing this, make sure you have just a little dust mask on and some eye protection, because that stuff, little tiny slivers get into your eye. Wherever else it sucks. It's really not a good time, and you're probably not going to have a good time. Another thing, if you're doing this on a motor, you want to make sure that you have every inlet into the motor covered. The plugs, intake manifold or heads or exhaust or whatever, because this stuff slings off everywhere. Now, eventually, it won't happen right away, but eventually this will oxidize like this. You can spray a high temp clear over it, and it'll actually make it a lot more sparkly, pop out. I hate to say sparkly, a lot shinier, and it'll look really nice. But before you do that, just kind of spray it out with compressed air, or however you got to get them little pieces out of there, because as soon as you hit it with clear coat, those little flakes in there will also pop out real nice, but it won't look real nice. So just make sure you clean it up before you coat it. This can be done powder coat or paint, through powder coat or paint. Doesn't matter. This is paint, just cheap. I don't even know what this is, just cheap paint. Just wanted a black base to go off of. So, that being said, this is how you can diamond cut your motor with just a little bit of time. Go slow, make sure you take your time. You want it to look nice, but this is a very cost-effective way to have a really cool look on your motor and your bike, make it stand out for like 50 bucks, and not even that in most places. So now I'm gonna fast forward this video so that I can finish this out and you don't have to sit there and watch the whole time. There y'all go. Diamond cut rectifier. Alright y'all, First off, sorry, I just realized the fans were on the whole time I was making that video. We got this done. Pretty cool look. A lot of people have been asking me how to do this and to make a video for it. So I figured the first video, what better to do for the first video for our YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff. The next video you see will be this bike right here, directly behind the camera. It's going to be coming down and being completely redone. And we really don't have most people that come in here would laugh, but we've managed to build bikes in here that have won shows. They've, you know, been in magazines. You don't, there's a couple extra steps involved if you don't have the right facilities or tools, but it's not impossible. It's actually very easy, most of it. Some of it you're gonna have to have kind of a, you know, hand for it, I guess you would say. You know, being familiar with tools helps a lot. You know, little things like that. We're gonna show paint. We're gonna show body work. We're gonna show how to stretch fenders. We're gonna show how to wire an entire motorcycle, how to build bars, how to decide, you know, what your paint job scheme should look like versus, compared to the body lines of the bike. We're going to show you a lot of really cool stuff, and then a whole bunch of little bitty things. One thing that I don't like is when people tell other people that something can't be done, or they give some ridiculous response whenever they ask a question, like, why would you want to do that? I mean, why do I have to have ape hangers on my bike? It's because I like it, right? Why does another person have to have drag bars on their bike? Because they like it. Why do some people ride crotch rockets and others ride cruisers? Because that's what they're into. If you want to join the cause, go over to deathwishnation.com. We have a forum, members area, all of that. We're adding updates as we get them. It takes a lot. I'm also the one who does all of the stuff for the website. If you're on Instagram, hit us up on Instagram or the camera, whatever it is, deathwish_nation. And then obviously on YouTube. We also have Facebook. We're all over the place. We're growing up. We're trying to bring everybody together, make everybody be able to have some cool, you know, awesome rides. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.